All right, we'll put that right here. All right, that one is there. Let me go change the microphone. Let's see, Mr. Microphone, DJI Mic Mini. Oh, already selected. That is awesome. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see, we got Cindy Bennett in the house. Got something to show you, Cindy. Check it out. Let me get a mold. Although this is going the wrong way, you'll get the idea. And I'm holding it very crookedly, but it's hard to do this backwards. There you go. So that's the right size. You know what's funny is you say make it 100% bigger, but it looks a lot bigger than 100% bigger, but it literally is twice the size if you measure from top to bottom. But it looks here, these are the same distance from the screen. They look so much bigger. I mean, this is just twice the size of this. But my goodness, what a difference. Anyway, we'll work on that later. And we got Larry in the house. Hello, Larry. And we got Christina James rolling in with the picture of her and her puppies. Let's see. Cindy, Christina, Larry. Ann is in the house. Hello, Ann. And then we got Larry again and Cindy just all greeting each other and saying hello. Let's see. Hey, Trudy's in the house. Hello, Trudy. And Cindy and Joe. Hello, Joe. Hello, everyone. It was a beautiful day today. Hope it was for you. It was 65 degrees here. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And Larry said it was a beautiful day down there, but cool. That's okay. As long as it's beautiful, that will take it, right? Let's see. Hi, Cindy, Larry, and Christina, and everybody. Joe's spreading the cheers around the world. Joe's giving a thumbs up. Gotta love that. Larry is back in the house. I don't know where you went, Larry, but I'm glad you're back. He's going to get an apple. How was it? Good? What kind of apple? Carrie and I were just talking about apples the other day. And we got Rachel in the house. Hello, Rachel. Good to see you. And Sydney says, that's good. That's good. I remember I asked that question last night, and I said, hey, did Cindy respond? I didn't catch the message in the spot. Oh, no, she sent an email. I said, that's even better. Even better. Hello, Sarah. How you doing? Hope Colorado's doing well today. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Everybody's greeted. Jess Russ is first up on the hit parade tonight. Been a fun day, been a gorgeous day. And you know what's funny is I come in here 20 minutes ago thinking, oh, I got a whole bunch of time to go. And then I pop on and it's like, oh, you got to go live in 2 minutes. I'm like, where did those 18 minutes go? Let's see. These are the things I got while I was at Cocoon. Some pretty awesome looking blanks. Ooh, baby, baby. Can't wait to peel these up. These will be, these are very long, as you can see. So they will be fountain pens. They're very long, very long. And Carrie laid those down there for me. That was very nice of her. And then we got, Granny Smith apples. Ooh, Carrie and I were talking about apples that you could make apple pies out of. And I personally love a Granny Smith apple in a pie because even though when the pie's all cooked and it's got all that sugar and cinnamon and all that kind of stuff around, it still tastes a little bit sour. And you got to have that sour with the sweet. Love it. Toss a few raisins in there. You had me, right? And it was 68. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let's I got some work to do over here. You pop this packet open here. Looks like we got about 4 for Miss Russ. And I think they're all as is. Let's see, 5 1/4, 5 1/4, 5 1/4, and 5 1/4. Okay, so no trimming of the blanks. We just need to do some holes. You guys keep it steady there. Oh, we got a wooden one in here. Ooh, that's going to look good. I'll show it to you in a second. Let me put some holes in this bad boys here. Kevin has made it to Boise, Idaho by way of Minneapolis. And thank goodness ICE didn't get him up there. Nothing political. Just glad they didn't grab Kevin. Kevin's not illegal, but sometimes he looks pretty shady. You know how that goes. Ha ha. Ooh, that's a good cocoon blanket. I like that one. Man, alive. That is a pretty one. These are going to be fun to turn. This one might even look really good with that turn we did last night for, oh my gosh, I'm losing my brain. Oh, I want to say Christina James. Was that right? Did we do one for her last night? I know we did some for Katrina Davis. I got to go look at the package now. I get lost. Too busy all day. You know how it goes. Anyway, Kevin flew through Minneapolis, and then he made it to Boise. So he's getting out there for his annual Super Bowl party. Going to have a time with his friends. Have been friends for, 16, 17 years. All right. Let me get some bushings in these. You could probably see the back of my head here. We got a fish scale one. And I like the fish scales because it's all resin. Then we got, this got sweet gum balls in it. Very nice. I think these are all cocoon blanks tonight on this one. All right, let's check these out. I've got some stuff in them. So this is going to be a wood one. This might be some, I don't know, curly mango or something. Got to get that all the way in there. There we go. That wasn't all the way in. It was crooked. So that's going to be pretty neat. I'm not sure you can see that real well. This one, little mermaidy deal here, like that. And then we got this one here, which has sweet gum balls in it. Sweet gum balls with sort of a clear with a sparkly gold in it and black trailing through there. That should be neat. And then this one looks really cool. Check this out. Not you. I got to go look. I can't remember. Oh, it was April. April at Wild River. That's right. April out in Colorado. This one might take that same cut that April did. That's pretty cool. All right. There's some fun blanks there. Let's do the wooden one first. Let me latch it up to the lathe here, and then we'll change the camera real quick. Let me get you guys up on the little pad over here. Thursday, there we go. There it is. Excellent. Okay, now let me change the camera. Whoa, Tim, fountain pen blanks. Yeah, Larry, looks fun, looks fun. 55 where Trudy is. Trudy's down in Louisiana. Little cool, but we'll take it, right? Hopefully it was nice and sunshiny. And everybody likes the blanks. That's good. Let's go ahead and swap this camera over to where it needs to be. And boom, there it is. All right. First thing we got to do is get this sucker spinning fast. You can see a lot of chatoyance going in this way, the grain going this way. A little bit of burl all over it, so that should be pretty nice. Let's see. Let's get that spinning real fast. We'll put the blower on. We're going to make them round, and then these are going to be a 0.54. A lot of playroom in there. A lot of playroom, and I think they're all baseball bat, baseball bat, baseball bat, baseball bat. Oh, this is fun tonight. I like baseball bats. Let me back this little fence off here a little bit. Got to lower that fence here. That tool rest is a little high, Larry. We do really light passes on the first part, just to show you how light of a pass that is. We just did 2 passes, and all we did was take a little bit of the corner off. You can see it's still pretty square. We don't want to get too aggressive with a wood in case there's something going on that it might want to give up the ghost. And now we can get pushed just a little harder on it because we got the rough corners off it. We'll do half and show you what half looks like. I think I need to clean my filter. It's not sucking as good as it should. Not quite round yet, but I'll show you. That's pretty round right there. Might have a little tiny edge on it, but that's how far we got to take it down. Almost looks like the leg of a chair, doesn't it? That's pretty cool. All right, let's keep making it round. Here we go. Nice and round there. Tighten that lathe up a little bit. This is definitely some type of pink or light red dye in there. With the white wood, you could definitely call it a pink. All right, that's a little square down here. And I saw some grain in here. There's like maybe some red something in there. A little bit of an occlusion there. Feels really nice. Super smooth. I can start seeing the chatoyance. Still a little square on this end, probably a little fat yet. I'm not worried about that, though. We will get into making what we need to make. All right, let's slow the lathe down to a little bit below 2,000. There we go. We'll bring in the tool rest a little bit. And then we're going to get baseball bats and .54. Joe, what was for dinner tonight? I haven't seen the dinner report in a while. I just fed Carrie some red raspberries and Greek God's honey vanilla yogurt. Delish stuff. I usually don't eat that kind of yogurt. It has a lot of sugar in it. I'll eat the Greek yogurt non-fat with raspberries or blueberries or blackberries. In fact, I ate the rest of the raspberries that Carrie didn't eat in her yogurt. They were so good. Ooh, feeling smooth. And I really go into this wood a lot slower than I go into the resin because it's a little more delicate, I think. Spaghetti and meatballs and homemade zuppa Toscano soup. Heck yeah. But you know, with that soup, wouldn't you have grilled cheese? Yum, yum, yum. I love grilled cheese. 0.6. Not quite there yet. Coming down a little bit more. We're starting to see some of this blank on the deeper part of the wood. It doesn't receive the dye because the wood is too dense. And that makes an absolutely gorgeous pattern because it always follows either the chatoyance or the grain. Wonder if we could do a jewel on this one. That might look pretty wild, huh? A clear blank with those pretty pieces, so silver and gold flakes be so pretty. Yeah, we did that once for Rebecca. Made her one out of that, out of the all this extra stuff. And I still have some of that other stuff left. Same kind of blank. And I think the blank was for Jaden Penoyer. Fella comes in here once in a while, lives out there in Idaho. I still have some of those left. And that might look good with gold and silver. And I trust you, Sarah, because you're pretty good with colors, like Carrie is. Okay, 0.57, 0.58, a little bit more. And again, I did this one first because it's going to take the longest to get down through there. Just got to be gentle. Don't want to, because you know when you're doing this wood, and Larry will tell you this, there are parts of the wood that are very hard and parts of the wood that are very soft. And if you give just a little bit too much pressure on the thing that's hard, and then you hit a soft piece of wood, it goes right into it and you get a big gouge. So I probably prefer to take it nice and slow and even because I don't want that to happen. Although I'm not feeling much softness there. 0.5, 5.5. We're getting very close. I think that'll do it on that end. Let's get our baseball bat built up. Yeah, Joe, that sounds fabulous. Tomato soup. Oh, nice cold day outside. Get yourself some grilled cheese sandwiches. Woo-hoo! Living a lot fantastic right there. You know, this is wooden, Larry, and this is going to make a really nice little baseball bat. Look at that. It actually looks like the bottom of a baseball bat. Hence its namesake. Do love the jewel. Yeah, me too. Always looking for an opportunity to do that one. We're down about 0.55. Sanding will take that where it needs to be, but that is one cool looking little baseball bat. Yeah, Larry knows. He's turned and made that same mistake I'm talking about, I'll bet you, because I know I have. So what is zuppa Toscana? Zuppa, is that the Italian word for soup or supper or something like that? I don't speak Italian, so I'm not really sure. But zuppa almost sounds like soup. Hey, April. How you doing? How's all the doggies today? And the cats? And the mice? April's got herself a regular zoo out there. I have to start calling you Sister Doolittle. I don't know where Miss Russ is this evening. Hope she's doing good. I'm sure she's not in school at this time of day. All right, we're still not thin enough. I'm looking at this side over here, which is almost perfect, to measure that again. So I'll just keep going low. There is a soft spot right there. I can feel it. So I got to be careful. And unlike resin, the end of this knife is really hot. A lot of friction. All right, let's measure that, see how we're doing. Looks a little fat to me. Yeah, 0.60. Hey, Kevin Up Life out there in Boise. I was just talking about you. You made it and you didn't get picked up by ice in Minnesota. I noticed more scroll sawing on the compound cut ornaments. Nice. Dogs are good. Cats are good. Mice are good. And one of the 11 chickens actually laid an egg last night. Ooh, that's good. Nice. Oh, Sparkling Nana's here. Hey, Sparkling Nana. How we doing? From South Carolina. I was just down South Carolina a little while ago. Down in Spartanburg, Greensboro, or whatever that is down there. Greenwood? I can't remember. It's where the BMW manufacturing plants are. All right, I think we're doing pretty good. Let me do a measure on this one, see how we're doing. We are 0.58. Need a little bit more room down there. Let me turn the fan on. I'm getting a workout here trying to push against that thing. Woo. Look at this, Sarah. It's like snow. It's so thick. All right, we got a little bit more doing here. Kevin is there for his annual Super Bowl party. It's called the Costello Pearson Super Bowl Party, and I'm not invited, even though my name is Costello. But they've been having this party for, I don't know, 15 years, Kev. This is Super Bowl 60, so probably since 45 or something. Yeah, I mean, all right, let's do one little measure here. Make sure I don't go too far. 0.56, getting close. 17 years, man. Kevin's got some really good buddies there. Really good buddies. They take care of him. I think he's actually just like a brother to him. Spartanburg, South Carolina, 1.5 hours, right outside of Columbia. Yeah. What a beautiful state. And man, BMW has got some complex there. My goodness. There we go. That's looking good there. Now let's see what this one looks like. I think we're just about where we need to be. See how this gets a little lighter in here? Like all of the stain didn't get to the deepest part or the most dense part of that wood. 0.56. Got to trim that off just a hair. All right. I think we are dialed right into those sizes. Man, that's starting to look like a piece of furniture. Perfect. These are both 0.55. We do a little bit of sanding when we're done, and they'll be perfect. You know, Joe, I would love to do the jewel on here, but there's nothing in the center that's really looking great. I may do it anyway, make it risky. That's sort of a risky turn on this because of the wood and the grain. And I don't know where all the natural defects are, you know? I wonder how restraints would look on here. Yeah, I think the jewel makes me a little scary on this one. So there's the center. I think I'm going to do, I was going to save it for that other pen. But man, I don't know. Yeah, this one's tough. I'd really love to do jewel because this all waxed up would look killer. But if I get deep into here or into there, I don't know what the structure of that is on the inside. And I hate to break a blank at the beginning of the night, you know? That would look so awesome, though, I'm telling you. I will make, let's do the jewel. And I will make the jewel a little bigger than normal just to give us that structure. I'm going to go out to 5/8 in that direction, 5/8 in that direction. Do I got that right? A little fatter there. There we go. A little fatter than 5/8, a little fatter than 5/8. All right. Maybe didn't take something. I don't know. I think it'll look killer, Joe. I'll make it a little more elongated. That way we get a little more structure in there. Give me a little more room for the tools, if you will. I'm going to turn it way high. Here we go. Everybody hold your breath and cross your fingers. Man, I can feel the heat coming off of that knife. Woo! Sucker is hot. I'm going to let that cool down in just a second. So this one is artist choice. The others have some directions. Make it 140 carats. You bet, Larry. I'm listening to you, baby. Ooh, look at that smoke coming off there. My goodness. Smoking. I'm going very slow on this one. Very, very slow. Ever so slow. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's go on this side now. If y'all saw, Teresa put up photos of all her pens in the Leopard Leatherworks group. And of course, one of those is the Jewel. That one looks so cool. That was that white one with the glitter on the end. This might turn out pretty cool, kids. I'm telling you. All right, so I got it undercut pretty well. That's pretty cool. Now I'm just going to shape the ball a little bit here. That is going to be wicked cool, as they say in Maine. Ever so gently. All right, this is looking pretty bad. I'm telling you, this is awesome. That's a good bad, not a bad bad. Ooh, that might look way cool. All right, we're done. Now we just gotta polish it up, sand it up. All right, let's get all that stuff blown away. Blower is off. Let's get the diaper out and get it up here. Do. Yeah, Joe. Thanks for pushing me over the edge. I think that is excellent to make this sucker. And it's a bigger thing, and it's gonna. There's like little colors in here that are gonna come out that are gonna be way cool. I'm gonna get a new sponge. because I want to do this one straight off the bat here. Let me turn it on. We'll turn it down to about 2,000. And then we're just going to gently sand the middle. Look how that red coming out. That's cool. I didn't initially think this was going to be a jewel, but this is going to look awesome. This is so fun. Gosh, I miss doing this through the month of January. My goodness. Feeling good already. This might look like a piece of redwood furniture when we're done. Not redwood like California, but wood that's red. He's funny now. Or he thinks he is anyway. Yeah, I'm telling you, April. My goodness. That month just wouldn't get out of the way, would it? I agree 100%. Man. It was longer than the year that you were gone with all the puppies. You were out there busy taking care of them. I'm like, man, where's April? Everybody was saying, hope April's okay. And she was. She's just busy being mom to the canine population of Colorado. Now, this really does look like blood spatter. Look at that. Ooh, could be a crime right there. Got to get deep down in there, that little jewel socket there. I guess you'd call that what do you call those things to hold the diamond on? Facets or prongs or something? There we go. The current little something my house leaves for my friend's house this week, and I'm so ready for that. Yeah. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit slower since we're doing wood. That thing is just whipping water all over me. And the interesting thing about these wooden ones is they feel like wood when I'm done. If there's an occlusion, I don't fill those with CA glue or anything like that. Little tiny bark occlusions that are in the wood, you get to feel and enjoy. Very tactile. Hope this one comes out good. I'm going to tell Jim and Jesse at Cocoon, I go, guys, you need to watch this video, man. This thing came out so cool. Everybody hold your fingers now. You can let your breath go now. Yeah, you can just hold your fingers now. No breath required. No holding breath required. And then a little later on, I'll show you the blanks, the ones I picked out while I was out at Cocoon Blanks. They're here now, and they look pretty cool. I'll show you the one I just absolutely fell in love with the minute I saw it. And when I asked, are those free to choose from? And I was hoping they would have said yes, because they were. And I saw that one blanket was really cool. These puppies are definitely trying my patience. Yeah, I mean, you know, it only takes so much, right? Enjoy them, but after a while, you need a break. Ooh, that's feeling really smooth. think Carrie might actually be napping. She was a little overwhelmed today with just the week she had, the drive back, the freezing in her room on the cabin. Her roommate likes it really, really cold, even colder than I like it. So Carrie was suffering a bit with that because she's not good to be really cold. So about 4:30 or 5 o'clock, she's like, I'm just going to go lay on the bed and watch something stupid on television. I said, okay. And I brought her some honey vanilla yogurt with raspberries in it, which was delicious. Now we need more raspberries. I was thinking of making rollerball kitless pens, but use resin blanks for cap and section. Heck yeah, Larry. I plan when I get more into the I got to work really hard the next 2 or 3 weeks to sort of get back to only 4 weeks behind, because I think I'm like 8 weeks behind now. But yeah, when I get back, I want to start diving into the kitless pens, and I want some of them to be rollerball pens, because there are people that don't want a fountain pen, but they want what it looks like. They just want the fountain pen part. And then I eventually got to get Joe's made, pick a sexy blank out and do it all up. So no more Januaries till at least 2029, and I'll be all right. But yeah, I love a good rollerball, man. I do. Because that's what I use, that's what most people use day in, day out. Roller balls, ballpoint pens, that kind of thing. Man, that thing is feeling smooth. I agree, Larry. I agree, buddy. I was out there at that pen and knife shop there in Scottsdale, Arizona, where that fella Reese works, RHYS. He does the fountain pens. And he works there, and not only that, but he makes fountain pens for there as well. And I love it. It's beautiful stuff. And I think we faked it out in the joint here enough that we got a pretty good thick piece of wood in there, keeping that all together. Hello, Denise. You didn't miss much yet. We're still working on the first pen. This is a wooden pen. I think it's Curly Mango or something like that. Probably it is from Cocoon. And we did the jewel in the middle here. So right now we're just finishing it up. I do these a little slower because they're sometimes a little more delicate depending upon the piece of wood. You never know till you get into it. So Denise had Carrie and I we laughed today because we didn't get it. There had been a diamond painter who has a small YouTube channel who has now passed away, I believe. And Denise said the name of it, and I looked at Carrie, I don't know anybody there, so I'm not sure what that was. And then Denise, having revealed who it was, and Carrie thinking that Denise was being cryptic for some reason, because we didn't catch it the first time. It was, once you knew what it was, then you caught it. But then I finally asked Denise, hey, who actually passed? And she told me, I go, oh, that was the name he gave us last night. So, yeah, it's like pearls before swine. We didn't even see it. But it is sad. But apparently she got a pretty bad cold. I was watching one of her videos there, her last one, and she was getting a really bad cold that night. And she sounded like she was pretty elderly. And she didn't make it. So sad, truly sad. Uh-oh, I hear Carrie. She up? Probably checking on me. All right, working our way down through the things. I think this is going to be the last paper here. Because when it's wood, it doesn't do any good to get beyond this particular paper. In fact, this particular piece of paper may be so fine it's really a waste of time for this. It doesn't really catch up, and it just creates a little bit of slurry. So yeah, Denise, we didn't get it at first, but now we're laughing because you told us right away it was, and we didn't even recognize that YouTuber's name. Okay, let me just get this little rinse down here. Looking pretty. Oh, that feels really smooth. Very nice. Okay, so let's get this thing dried off first of all. Get it cleaned off and dried off. Let's get back in here where some of that stuff might be living, up underneath the facet or whatever that part's called. All right. I think we're cleaned off rather nicely. Let me get another paper towel to dry it off. This is where it starts looking very bright, very white. Denise, how's the gun shop going today? Having a good day? Keeping South Florida safe by loading up its citizens with weapons and ammo. I love it. I love it. All right, that is, let's do a little preview here. Oh my goodness. Where do you guys see this in the scope? This was the right move. This thing looks beautiful. Okay, let's get some wax on it. Wow, this is going to look like a piece of furniture. Oh my goodness. Off the past 2 days. Oh, that's right. This is the middle of the week, isn't it? I keep thinking it's Friday and Saturday when I'm live, but no. Well, that's good. I hope you're enjoying your time off. You and the pet dogs are having a good time. Dexter and Yogi. If you haven't seen Denise's caricature by, I guess, Chat GPT or whatever thing everybody's using for that, it looks like her. Literally, it looks like her. I go, oh, I know who that is. Didn't even have to guess. Mine kept coming out dumb. I finally deleted them all. Let me turn it real fast. We'll get this wax soaked in. Again, what we're doing now is whatever cells are left there of wood, this is a stabilized piece, but whatever's left, I want to generate enough heat to get the beeswax to soak in. And again, the nice thing about this finish is anybody can just touch it up someday. Throw some beeswax on it, rub it all in, wipe it all off, and enough will stick. All right, there it is. Let's check this out. Oh, man alive. That is gorgeous. Good job, Joe. Good pick. And Larry pushing me over the edge saying, just do it. Take the risk. All right, let's go check this out here. Let's get back to the Leopard scope. Oop, that's the wrong one. That's me, not the scope. Let's come right here. Now check this out. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That is just scrumptious. Oh, I think that might be curly mango. Look at those little reds pieces. That is too cool. This is Jess Russ's. Came from Cocoon. Man alive, that wood is scrumptious. And you know it looks twice as good in person. Now look down here where there's some occlusions, but they're not deep. And there's some of that really deep wood that doesn't stain. Look at that. Oh, looks like the eye on Mars. Yeah, and this is a very unassuming piece of wood. That is just gorgeous. I love this right here because you can see the grain going from the top left to the bottom right, and then chatoyance crossing it like an X. Look at that. That is too cool. And that is not whiteness. That is chatoyance. There's a little white right there. You can see that. But the rest is literally the molecules reflecting the light differently. Look at that little burl there. Oh my goodness. Wow. 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 Oh, that one's scrumptious right there, folks. I don't care who you are. Speaking of this, Cocoon made this blank years ago, and I finally snatched it from them. I said, could I have that one? Look at that. I don't know. Oh, he's been trying to reduplicate it. But man alive, look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, this is a very long blank. He showed it to me. I said, oh man, can I buy that? That looks so cool. This blank just keeps on going. Look at it, still going. Here's the top right there. My goodness, that is one long blank. You can see there's some clear there. Larry, wouldn't that make a killer cap, man? Ooh, baby. Yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. Really gorgeous. Anyway, that was one of them. Didn't plan on showing you, but I walked back over to the bench. I looked at it and I said, oh, that's cool. All right, let's go for something a little more sublime. Let me switch the camera back to where we need to be. Hey, Kevin, can you come and fill my water bottles for me? Ha, 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 ha. Let's see. Everybody's just going, what a nice pick. Whose pen? You got that now? Oh, my gosh. Well, yeah, that was amazing. Wasn't it, April? My goodness. That one you could just sit and look at for a while. Okay, let me switch the camera where it needs to be. Boom, there we go. And we're going to play with this little pink and green and white. Yeah, Larry, this blank literally is, it's 10 inches long, that one I just showed. It literally is 10 inches long. Amazing. Here's one I got 10 and a half. Ooh, love that stuff. Okay. Let's get serious here. Enough of the excitement. We'll get some more excitement out of this. That was Jess Russ. When you see this video, whoo, baby, that is going to be one cool blank. All right, we're all tightened in. Blowers on. Full speed ahead. Let me make this down a little bit. It's a little too high. There we go. Do a little bit of rounding. All right, we're almost round. Yeah, and I'm guessing that one was a curly mango. I'm not really great at all the woods and what they are and stuff, but that's sort of what it looked like. But could be something else too. Yeah, Christina, wood blanks. Whoo, man. They all look fantastic, but every once in a while, one of them just takes the breath away. All right, here we go. Let's get some 0.54. All right, that might be down just about where we need it. 0.60, still a little fat. And these all four tonight we're going to do, they're all cocoon blanks. And like I said, I'll show you the ones I picked up while I was out there. Actually, I didn't take them home. I asked Jesse, hey, just bill carry and ship them. That's their normal process. I didn't want to take them without paying for them. All right, that should be right where we want it. I'm on the money. Beautiful. Okay, let me see. Make sure I don't get lost here. This one should be, that's not sweet gum pods. Dark red swirl. That's the other one. And this one is mermaid scales, 4 restraints. That's what I was thinking. Jess has got that down. Oh, this is so much fun. Man, I miss this. I didn't get out in the shop from work today. Had that, and I had to take Carrie to a doctor appointment, some breathing test or something, which she did wonderfully at. But tomorrow afternoon, yeah, baby, we're in here. .58, a little bit more to go. Boom. Finally remember to send the email I've been meaning to send for over a month. Good job. As my grandson would say, good job. Good job. He's so cute when he says that. Good job. Good job. All right, let's do a measurement and we'll play with the middle. We're on the money right there. On the money right there. Love it. I think if there was a way to add some brass copper to the blanks, be cool. Oh, just go check out Reese's website. He's always adding metal to his brass, and I'm not sure when he does silver what color that is, but he is really good at adding those little slivers of color and epoxying it all together. Nice job he does. He truly is my inspiration. Motivates me to get in here and go, okay, let me get ahead so that I can go make some fountain pens. All right. So we're going to do 4 restraints. That means I need 5 digs. Focused on that one right there. We'll take it out about right there. Lock that in and see how we're doing. Yep. We'll spread it just a hair. That's good. All I'm doing there is just scribing some lines to tell me where to dig. And 5 digs will give me 4 restraints. Beautiful. And you know, Joe, hopefully sometime in the next month or so, you come up here to your, I think it's sister and brother-in-law's house, and we can get back together and get those things I was going to get from you. Pretty excited for that. No hurry. Brother and sister-in-law. Yeah, and I knew I was going to get backwards. You know, 50-50 and I blew it, right, Joe? Carrie would have probably got it right. We'll just knock those sharp edges off there. Beautiful, and here we go. Blower is off. I'm going to flip that over so we can get rid of the murder scene from all that pink wood stuff. Yeah, I don't want to remind you on here. But I'll have Carrie send you a note. Oh, you're not supposed to bring anything. They have it at your brother and sister-in-law's house. You know what I was whistling, April? You know that thing in Pitch Perfect when that girl, the brown-haired girl, does the thing with the cups? Something about when you're gone or miss you when you're gone or something like that. That's what I was whistling. Somebody did that this morning on some video I was watching and it's stuck in my head. That happens to Denise. Cups. There you go. And I think the words are, I'm going to miss you when I'm gone. And it just goes on like that and goes over and over and over again. That's such a fun. Someone did that on The Voice Germany. And I was watching some video about The Voice Germany. And this cute little girl was on there doing the cup. She looked like she was about 15 years old. Did a great job. Great voice. Absolutely loved it. And of course, that's been stuck in my head all day. Because that's what happens to me. I usually whistle the last song that I heard or stuck in my head or something. What's the name of that girl that does it on Anna Kendrick? You got it right there. You know it, Denise. That is the one. And she's got a nice voice, too. Cups. You think it would be called I'm going to miss you when I'm gone. But it's called Cups. Yeah, I think the reason I love that song is it's got a nice syncopated rhythm with the cups. So it's a cappella, but it's got a little bit of tick-tock to it kind of thing, you know? Feeling good. Blame it on me, April. Blame it on me. That happens to Yogi and Dexter too, or at least Dexter when I whistle the theme song to the Andy Griffith Show. Dexter sort of listens. Man, I think it's so smooth. Wow. The puppies are finding their way, aren't they, April? Hey, I know how to bark. And when I bark, they give me stuff, including love. So hopefully everybody's diamond painting something right now while you're watching. I know Cindy is. Cindy never stops. That lady boy all day long, Cindy is going diamond painting. It is so fantastic to love something that much that you get up in the morning and you just got to do it. And I'm sure there are some days where she doesn't do it all day because she got to cook or have a visitor or go to the store or something like that. But comes back in, throws on the old tube, and boom, she is diamond painting. They're 8 weeks old today. Oh yeah, they're getting to be real little people now, aren't they? Joe. Yep, I got you, Joe. We appreciate your hard work in that moderation there. But I'm with you. No, let's see. Denise is kitting up. Excellent. What are you kitting up, Denise? What do you work? I guess that means what you're working on next, right? Cutting little bags open, putting them in the little containers. So what's the rule? Because I see Carrie, and she's got quite a few kitted up, but she doesn't work on them all at the same time. She'll sort of kit up a bunch and then be dedicated to one for a while, and then she'll get about halfway done with that one, jump to another one, then she'll come back to the other one. I don't know, maybe getting tired of a color or something. I'm not sure what. Or excited to get the next one going. Joe is relaxing. That's good. No more than 16 hours. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Cindy. Christina just got in from work. Excellent. We're glad. Was it a good day, Christina? All right, here we go. Let's see how this one turned out. Very nice. I love that super fine mermaid pattern, and it's all resin. That's the best part. They made a mold, they pour the resin in the mold, and they pour it out just like we do the dragons and stuff like that. Love that a lot. A lot. Okay, now we're going to do the sweet gumball one. And this is gold glittery kind of thing. It's sort of transparent with this super dark charcoal. Not sure it's fully black. And then there's a little bit of purple right in there. I'm not sure where that came from. And the sweet gumballs are colored green. They're dyed green. Kitten Up, a Paint Jams Windows Edition for February 21 Diamond Painting Gathering. Oh, you going down to Stacy's deal? Very nice. I think she does that one, doesn't she? I like Stacy a lot. She's a cool cucumber, I'll tell you. She's got a nice little event going down there. People just get together for the day, the afternoon, something, and just diamond paint. That's cool. I hope it's Stacy's. Okay, going real fast. Blowers on. Let's make this bad boy round. Yes, Stacy's excellent. Florida Sparkle Squad. That's a really good name. Jealous. She wants to go. A bit anxious. My first gathering, besides knowing Elisa makes videos, something anyone. Oh, you'll have a blast, Denise. You'll roll in there, set up your lamps and set up your chair and set up your stuff, and everybody will just be chatting and saying hey and hey, nice to meet you, Denise, and all that fun stuff. They're a blast. All right, got all that blown away. Let me turn this down a little bit. And they will love you, Denise. It'll be a blast. Is Elisa Ment going to be there? Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, she lives in Jacksonville or right around there somewhere. So a couple hours and she's there. All right, here we go. So let's see what has she won on this one here. Let's see. Green with sweet gum pods. Jewel if pod placement works with the turn. Artist choice if not. All right, let's see what we get. Maybe we'll get 2 jewels today. We'll see what the sweet gum pods look like, how they're spaced out. All right, that might be good right there. 0.58. .56, getting very close. Yeah, Denise, people wander around, see what you got for stuff, see what you're working on. And after about the first hour, they all just settle down to do some diamond painting. I didn't even take anything off there. I thought I took something off. Still 0.56. Beautiful. There's always planes. Very nice, Denise. That's excellent. April doesn't fly. I don't blame you sometimes. I've got about, let's see, On Delta, about 320,000 miles in the air. On American, about 112,000 miles in the air. On United, about 45,000 miles in the air. You can tell I never really lived near a United hub. And then I got, probably 2,000 or 3,000 on Southwest, or I think Carrie and I even did a JetBlue one time. I don't remember where, but so we got a few hundred miles on that. I got about 500 miles flying my own airplane. And when I say my own airplane, not the one that I own, because I don't own an airplane, but the one that I was the pilot of, or the student pilot of. Let's frame that correctly. So I got about 45 hours in a Cessna 182 as a student pilot. So I love flying. Not enough meds in the world. I'm with you. I know people like that. That's okay. 2 sessions with me, April. You'll be flying all over the world. You'll be in Rome in a minute. By the way, Denise, Ryan, and I and Jordan are refocusing our efforts now that we spent the last couple of years doing the podcast, getting good at doing hypnosis and all that kind of good stuff. We're now focusing on the executive coaching world. So you can now visit CostelloLeadership.com. And that'll be the next step in our progression. Boom, that's perfect. Beautiful. Okay, so here, let's go find the middle. Sadly, I don't think the gumballs are going to line up to be in the middle. That's 5 1/4. There's the center right there. And that is actually right between 2 gumballs. So we needed a gumball right in the middle. That would have been awesome for a jewel. This is going to look, wow, that looks like a spider web, doesn't it? Let's see. That never looks in the middle, does it? It never looks in the middle. Yep, 2 5/8. 2 5/8. Such a mind or an eyeball twist. All right, what are we going to do here? Now, this is my last blank. I showed you guys this one, and I'm going to save this one for that one I did last night for April's pen, because that'll look killer on this one. It's a gorgeous blank. But on this one here, let's see what we're going to do. If we did an interceptor, that would make this, because the gumball's right here and the gumball's right here. And that would be right in the interceptor loop, coming down to here where the end of that gumball is, and then down to there where that gumball is. So that might look pretty cool. The accent being on these guys right here. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like fun. Let me find, let's remark the middle again. And then we'll come out about, let's see. I think we'll come out a solid inch. There we go. Tim, I finally started EMDR last week with my therapist. Only took 2 years to stop finding excuses. Good. When she's done with you and doesn't solve everything, I'll be next. What we do is actually a little more effective. Although EMDR, I believe in EMDR, don't get me wrong. What we do is just a hair more effective. But you go, get that what you need. I'm not an EMDR practitioner, but I know some, and I hope the one you got is very good and does fabulous for you. And I am not poo-pooing EMDR. I'm 100% behind it. So congratulations, and I appreciate that next big step. Maybe they'll get you flying to Rome. And I will say this, EMDR is much better than regular cognitive behavioral therapy, in my opinion. And of course, my opinion's exactly what you paid for, or worth what you paid for it. But that is exciting, April. I can't wait to see the results. I can't wait. Yep. Yeah, they'll get you in touch with the trauma, that's for sure. But I am thrilled and happy for you. I believe in solid mental health, that is for sure. Oh yeah, that's gonna look good all prettied up. All right, that one is done being turned. Now we're just gonna get to finishing it. You know what, Larry? Just like diamond painting, I agree with you that the scroll sawing, pen turning, diamond painting is a very good distraction from the things of life. 100% on the money. I agree. Doesn't make it go away, but it's, it just makes it calm down for a bit. And I'm all for that. We all need a break. That is for sure. Yes, ma'am. That's what interesting, April is you really can't help but do it because it helps you helps you cope. I'm with you. I am with you 100%. And there's not one person on this earth that doesn't have some level of subconscious trauma. But yeah, we're going more into that executive coaching world because you know what? They're early adopters and they like to spend lots of money on it. My DP and cooking is mine. You got it, Joe. I'm telling you. And if anybody does know, EMDR stands for eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. Fun process for sure. Larry, can't wait until your special project when I get it done for you. What special project? I guess you can't tell me. It wouldn't be special, would it? Absolutely, April. 100%, sister. 100%. I mean, your brain does a very good job of protecting you by blocking that trauma. And thank goodness the brain is really good at that. I love the brain. That's very nice of her. She'll get paid eventually. Hopefully. Insurance can suck. You must be a sweetheart, April. Like most of the people watching, right? That's feeling pretty good. I got to tell you, those sweet gum balls got a little bit more feeling than I'm used to. That's good. I like the tactile feedback. You won't feel it when it's sitting still, but when it spins, you'll feel it like this. But you will not spin this at 2,000 RPM in your fingers. Not at all. Do 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 do. Yeah, Carrie could be on Medicare right now because she's fully retired, but she rejected it because didn't want to pay for it because I'm getting my medical care from my company. So she doesn't need it right now. But when I retire, we'll both be on that. Then we'll do that part B, C, D, or F, whatever the heck it is you got to do. We'll get some Humana, and they're usually pretty good. They love taking your premium. I got a feeling this golden green and dark gray is really going to set off. Carrie must really be out there in the bedroom. She is wiped. We did the old flu test. She doesn't have any flu. She just worn down. I said, you should have just gone to Dallas and hung out with Joe for a week. Get some good restaurants, do some diamond painting, probably get a good meal from Joe. Woo! I got you. No worries, sisters. Do what you got to do, I say. I heard today that people were making the supposition that Jeffrey Epstein invented Bitcoin. That would be funny. I don't think he's that smart. But all that Epstein stuff is coming out, and it's millions of pages, and it's just going to be in the news for weeks. Or all the YouTubers out there talking about it, getting them clicks. Too funny. I wish I could build a frame for it, Tim, from some driftwood from the river. I use Well R. No premiums, no copays. I don't know what Well R is. Man, this is starting to feel good. Oh, this is going to be so sexy. Whoo, it's going to be hot. Hot stuff this one is going to be. Problem with that German call I have on Thursdays, when I get to California next week, it's going to be at 6 a.m. I have to get up an hour early. Usually I don't get up till 6:30. Need to get up at 5:30 and get ready for the call. Yeah, we're going to have this executive program, $20,000 for 90 days. All you need from me, and I'm there. And they will buy it up like crazy. Well care. Oh, gotcha. Never heard of that. I'll have to look it up. I'll be there in a couple of years for sure. Worked hard all my life. I'm going to suck up all that government stuff I can. I think it's funny. They give you Social Security and then they charge you for Medicare. Just include it. What the heck? I can see that purple popping in right here. That's going to look cool. That's going to look cool. I'll go ahead and get two if the two bass underlimbs looking at lure. Oh, two bass fish. Two bass fish. Gotcha. You have fun with that, Larry. I know you're going to have a ball. Okay. Let us slow this down. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. This is going to be very subtle. I love it. Okay. Let's get, I got to clean it off. So let me get a paper towel to clean it all off. And mainly all I'm doing is just getting all the dust off it, all the sanding stuff. There's not a lot, but there's a little on there. That one caught. Whaps right around there. And that's the exact reason I wasn't out here when it was freezing cold with a sweatshirt on. Most likely one of my sleeves would get caught up in that and tear my arm off. Well, is WellCare an insurance company or one of those that provides the extra, or is that a Colorado thing, or what is that? Okay, let's get some wax here. That's going to make those green woody parts pop. Woo! This will be a very subtle blank. We'll have to go underneath the microscope, check it out again. Oh, yeah. Oh, so that's, I think that darkness is actually a purple, not a charcoal. That is beautiful. Let's go look under the microscope because that's where it'll look cool. Let's see. Digital microscope. Supplementary healthcare. Oh, gotcha. Here we go. Check this out. And you can see that green sweet gum ball in there. I don't know what that white thing going there. I don't know how they got it to do that. See that white piece of resin there? Color resin or whatever that is. That's pretty cool. That right there with that gold and green and purple, that looks like a slee stack from Land of the Lost. Look at that little bright purple right there. Somehow that got caught on the inside of that sweet gum ball. Look at that. That looks too cool. I'd love to see a little bit more of that purple in there because that really highlights it nicely. Little tiny bit right there. Little bit right there. But I love the green sweet gum ball. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool right there. Beautimous. All right, let me switch that back. Let me get rid of the diaper. I just mounted that. Let me swap the cameras. That is so sparkly. Makes me think of the night sky. It's gorgeous. I'm telling you, up close. And you know how that goes, ladies and gentlemen. Up close or in your own person, it's 10 times better. Larry sent me a picture. Let's go find that picture, Larry. Probably Messenger, right? Let me fire up. The old Messenger is all gone, so now we've got a. Where'd you send that, Larry? I don't see it in Messenger. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it, Larry. Maybe it's taking a while to come through. Don't see it yet, but we'll watch out for it. No worries. No worries. What's the temperature? It's getting hot in the shop here. I can't believe it. It was 31 degrees when I took Kevin to the airport this morning. Then it got to 65 degrees during the day. Let's go look at the weather real quick. Right now it's 55, so I really don't need a heater in here. I'm going to turn this one off right now. Just a little tiny space heater. Take the chill off the garage. But let's see. Let's go see what tomorrow looks like. So right now it's going to be up to 69, 70 degrees, only down to 47. So I think I can let the garage chill down a little bit. Oh, came through, Larry. Let's check it out. How can I rotate this? That looks pretty cool. So let me show this on the live here because everybody's going to want to see that. So Larry, is this is the pattern that you're going to be cutting? I don't know how to rotate that. Download forward, yeah. But Larry's got 2 bass fish with a little lure right here on the end and a couple of, looks like underwater mossy branches with a little bit of that sea algae or seaweed or something below them, or lake algae or whatever that is. Very nice. Yeah, it looks like a pattern. That one doesn't look like it's cut yet. So Larry's got some work to do, and that is a bunch of work. But he's got the Seiko drill, so he's going to be able to make a lot of holes real fast. Very nice, Larry. Very nice. Can't wait to see that come out. That should look cool. That should look cool. A lot of work in there. A lot of work. We're glad you're here, Larry, to teach us that kind of stuff and make us aware of the things you're working on. I know you got me all fired up with my scroll, so I just need more time. More hours in the day. Okay, let's make this one round. See what it looks like. Don't know if everybody saw the Bill Durr announcement in the Facebook group, but Bill Durr from All Things Handcrafted has come under some tragic situation. And there's a GoFundMe out there that Stacy and I set up to help him out. So if anybody wants to go out there and donate, every dollar helps, no matter how little, no matter how big. But their roof fell in. He can't make blanks right now and all that bad stuff. So there is a Facebook post in the Leopard Leatherworks group with all of the information you would need. Very nice. Mr. Herb. Yep, still drilling holes. It's going to take a while. That's a lot of holes on that one. All right, let's slow this down. Bring in the tool rest a little bit. Yeah, that's going to look really good. This dark area here, it actually looks like root beer and it's clear. You'll see that when we shine all that up. That is going to look neat. Okay, here we go. Or maybe I would call that beer bottle amber, beer bottle brown kind of thing. That's sort of what it looks like. 0.60, a little bit more. .57. It's always smaller than I think. About halfway done. Yeah, that's a lot of holes, Larry. Ouch. That thing getting hot. On the money. On the money. Love it. Let's see what she's calling for this one here. This is, I guess this is the dark red swirl. Just artist choice. We'll figure out. I know what I want to do on this one. It'll be cool. All right, let me measure again because I forgot where the heck I was. Oh, yeah, perfect there. Perfect there. Very nice. All right, let's thin this down just a little bit. All right. Now we're going to do let's find the halfway point. Right there. That doesn't look halfway. Close. Okay. That one right there. And then we're going to come out from that one. Let's do just short of 5/8. That'll be one dive. Did I measure that wrong? Why does it always look so off? Probably because that extra line right here. That looks better. Throws my eyeballs off. Right at an inch. There we go. Okay, we did this one last night. It's going to be fun again right here. Right here. This is the second time we've done this one. What did we call it, April? I can't remember. I'll have to go watch the video. Yeah, Larry, if anybody's up to the challenge, you are, buddy. No doubt about it. Yeah, I can't remember either, but I'll go watch the video. It was a good name, whatever you guys came up with. I go, yeah, that makes sense, and then I forgot it. Maybe we called it half a peanut. No, I'm just kidding. We didn't call it that. All right, blower is off. Let's get the diaper in place. I can't remember either. And we did it on yours, April, too. I have to get to remember the name. I'll watch the video back here. It wouldn't take long because I just got to find the end of it because right after we turned it, we named it. And I think it might even been in the chat. I said, oh, yeah, that's a good name. It's like an inside-out jewel or something. Yes, it had that in there somewhere. Jewel restraint. I can't remember. Dang it. Yeah, you're onto something, Trudy. We could call it wide restraint because the restraints are so far. I don't know why we call those restraints. Not sure where that name came from, but it's been a couple of years now. That is going to look so cool. I don't remember you ate yesterday. I think you'd be pretty hungry today if you didn't eat yesterday, wouldn't you? I know I would be. I'd probably chew my arm off. And I'm too poor to pay attention, so you know. I should take notes. It just looks cool, though. Ah, that'll do it, April. That will do it. That will do it, sister. Or if you eat a little bit, all of a sudden you're not full anymore. Oh, that feels so nice. It's so smooth. Yeah, Larry, I hope the weather is good for you down there so you can get out on the porch and start sawing, buddy. That'll be awesome. That will be awesome. £111. Nice. That's like a small human. Good job. I bet you're feeling better too. Joints are probably feeling good. Probably light in your step. Probably dancing, having a good time. That's why you take care of those dogs. You got the energy now. Excellent. It's a good problem to have, April. That's a good problem to have. Me, I would just wear a potato sack. I need a smaller potato sack, please. Until I got into a flour sack or flour sack small. You could tell I'm not very fashion forward, huh? As long as it was a tie-dye potato sack, I'm down with that. Yep, as long as it's tie-dye, I can wear anything. Now, Carrie, she'd have to have fashionable potato sacks. Probably have to have Disney on it, I think. She must be asleep. She hadn't said a peep. And that is fantastic. I bet you feel like gangbusters. Anybody that goes through that's a big accomplishment. All right, here we go. Let's check it out. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. I am going to buff that lightly because I want you guys to see that beer bottle amber. I think that's what I would call that. It'll be an ugly buff. It won't be as good as Kevin. I'll do that later. But maybe it's purple. Maybe it's not amber or brown, beer bottle brown. Some of it does though when it's sort of next to some of the other colors in there. But man, this is a beautiful blank. And then I'll show you the ones I picked up from a Cocoon last week. Of course, they're here already. Because Jessie don't mess around, man. She ships. There we go. Let's go to the microscope. I do feel better since losing so much, though. It hasn't helped the back pain. That takes a while. Yeah, and once you hurt your back, it takes a while to rebuild that too. Okay, here we go. Check this out. I got fuzz all over it. Fuzz from the buffer. Look at that swirl. That's like a galaxy coming or going, doesn't it? My goodness. See that? I guess it's a light purple, but it looks a little bit like a beer bottle brown too. And it's a very pink looking there. Man, that is like some. Oh, look at that right there. course, I got my junk all over it there. Yeah, this is a very pretty. If I get rid of all that junk on there, it'd look a whole lot nicer. But it was a light buff. I guess it's just more pinky purple than beer bottle brown. Super, super defined. Love it. Okay, so there's Jess's for the night. Let me show you a couple of these blanks I picked up. I'll grab one of each. Here we go. And I don't have a favorite, but I always love this colored sweet gum ball in white. Carrie claimed one of these before she even paid for them. I get one of those. Mostly white on that side. Yeah, I love these white field, a little bit of blue in there with the sweet gum balls that are dyed. Check this one out. This one I really loved. Look at that. Oh my goodness. He did some serious swirly in there. This one was very, very cool. Yeah, it was nice. And then this one here was neat. I love the blue with the pink, the dark pink or whatever color that is. I probably get the colors all wrong, but Carrie will straighten me out. Look at that. Ooh, man, looks like brain amoeba. Starry Night. Yeah, that's a good one. Starry Night. It's a great painting. Hopefully we're not getting too dizzy here. And let's see, where's the next one? Here's another one here. Let's see, you got to find a good side for this one. This will make a great one when it's turned. That'll shine up so good. Get the good. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That blue, gold, and you go to the other end, you get that little bit of purple in there with the blue and gold. That is so cool. And then this one's really cool looking. Look at the colors in this thing. This will just look like bombs here. Yeah, these are very, very cool. Anyway, those are nifty. Those are the 5 different ones I picked up down there. Let's see. Let's get on me now. Yeah, everybody, those are some cool blanks. I think the second one you showed is my favorite. I think it was this one, wasn't it? With the green, the light green and the purple and stuff. Oops. Yeah, I thought this one was nifty. Looks better under the microscope, doesn't it? Anyway, everybody have a fabulous the rest of your night. We are so glad that you are here. We'll be back. Yeah, it does. It's got those swirlies, isn't it, April? Those swirls that make it look like Starry Night. I like that too. We will see you again tomorrow evening. Hopefully, I'm in the shop tomorrow afternoon getting it One Leafs franchise player done. Then we'll turn some more again tomorrow night. And we'll keep on going through the weekend. Yes, the swirlies. Me too. Me too. You guys have a wonderful evening. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.